This week is Teacher Appreciation Week. I personally have 12 years of experience and can say that teachers, they're pretty cool.
Teachers are kind of like secret heroes in our lives, kind of like Batman without the billions of dollars in the suit, and they help some of us especially.
I'm Wayden Dickey, and I'm wanting to be a high school English or art teacher. My biggest inspirations would have to be Miss K, Miss Hill, and Mr. Kester, of course.
My name is Emma Skaggs, and I plan to become a kindergarten teacher. The teacher who's inspired me the most was my middle school choir teacher, Mr. Belanger.
My name's Gracie Lawson, and I want to be a teacher. And the teacher I look up to the most is Coach Mueller. He's just great, and he's always helped me out and always been there to talk to. And I want to be that kind of person for students in the future.
Alrighty, my name is Carly Moss, and I'm going into art education, and the teacher that inspired me was Miss Perry.
Hey, what's your name?
Lillian.
Where are you going to go to college at?
Mac.
And who inspired you the most at high school?
Mr. McMahon. He's the reason I want to be a math teacher.
What is your name?
Alyssa Gillum.
What college are you going to?
University of Missouri, St. Louis.
What career path are you going into?
I'm doing secondary education in social studies.
What teacher inspired you the most to become a teacher?
Mr. Kester, like everything he did, the way he teaches, the way he tells his stories, it's like so. It made learning so much fun, and I want to bring that to the next generations.
What's your name?
Aubrey Light.
What college do you plan on going to, and what's your career path?
Southeast Missouri State and elementary education.
What high school teacher inspired you to be a teacher?
Probably Miss Sylvie.
Why?
She was always been there for me, and I just kind of want to be that light in somebody else's life.
Our future is in good hands with these guys. Maybe even Mr. Leeds will still be here when they start.
It's true. One day we'll be old and gray and thinking about that one great teacher that we used to have. That gives me an idea.
Well, I've had so many amazing teachers on my educational journey so far. One that sticks out to me the most is definitely Mrs. Stacy K. I was lucky enough to have Mrs. K as an English teacher for all 3 years that I attended PHS, but she was always more than just an English teacher to me. She was an amazing mentor and guide and safe space and just an overall source of positivity and motivation when I needed it the most. She always encouraged me to keep reaching for higher goals and to keep pushing myself. And while I didn't always understand the tough love at the time, I sit here now so grateful at my dream college doing so well because she just prepared me so greatly for my future inside and outside the classroom, and I truly don't think I'd be where I'm at today without her.
Miss Emily Lewis is probably the biggest inspiration I've ever had in music. She always pushed me to do my best in high school, always encouraged me to go above and beyond, and she really is one of the sole reasons I even decided to continue with music after high school. She always created this loving environment and created a place that I really wanted to be, and that's really inspired me to want to create the same place in the future. And I can only thank her every day because I really love what I do, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Miss Corja, it's your last year, and I want to say thank you for taking care of my kids. I don't even know what to say. They're my kids, and I moved away to live my own life, and it was something really hard, but having teachers like you who care about your students and see beyond what we tell you is just amazing, and it really has healed a part of me that I don't know that I knew was hurt. And I just can't thank you enough, and thank really all of the teachers, but thank you enough for taking care of my kids while I was away, because parenting from 5 hours away is pretty tough.
So we met in the first grade. We were friends, and then we didn't really have any classes together until high school. In our freshman year, we had Miss K's class together.
Fortunately, that's where I got reacquainted with my future wife, Kayla. She had nothing to do with me except she would like to copy off some of my papers every once in a while.
Which I only had to do because I sat next to my friend who talked the entire hour, and so I had no clue what was going on.
I went through one of our mutual friends' because I didn't have the courage to ask her myself, and end up asking her to be my girlfriend, and she accepted. And so we've been together since freshman year. What's that? Over 20 years now that we've been a dating couple,
years.
and going on 18 years of marriage. All thanks to Miss K's class.
Not everyone has mentors in their lives who care to help lay the foundation for becoming a social, emotionally aware adult, but that is precisely how Mr. Kester positively impacted my life. He would weave this beautiful tapestry of history, humanities, and sociology, all while providing a framework for building healthy relationships. His example challenged and inspired me beyond the world of academia, and helped change the trajectory of my life, and I can't thank him enough for that. So thank you, Mr. Kester.
One of the teachers that has impacted my life would probably have to be Miss Corja. She constantly pushed me as a person, but also pushed me in my schoolwork, and because of that, I became better for it. She also put me in leadership roles that helped to strengthen my leadership skills, but also helped to foster certain parts of me that I didn't really know existed. So because of that constant pushing and her faith in me and my abilities, I am the person that I am today. So I just want to say thank you so much, Miss Corja.
Yeah, teachers are like superheroes, but there are some that work behind the scenes to help us out, like Mr. King.
Or Miss Goodson, Miss Boyette, and Mr. Hector, who work with Alternative.
Or our paraprofessionals, Miss Skiles, Miss McCoy, Miss Mauer, and Mr. Gross. Anyway, Talon, if you want to be a talk show host, you better get back to work with Trojan Talk.
If Mr. Fulton was a superhero, who would he be?
Man, I don't know. Honestly, probably like Batman.
Batman?
Yeah.
So is he like dark and brooding?
Do what?
Is Mr. Fulton like dark and brooding like Batman? He just, I feel like he has a pretty happy personality, but I guess that would hide it well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes you can be a different person outside school.
Okay. Which Shrek character would Miss Lively be and why?
Probably Donkey. No. I would say probably the wolf because I don't know. I just see it.
Okay. What's Mr. Anderson's guilty pleasure song?
Probably All Too Well by Taylor Swift, the 10-minute version.
Okay. If Miss Crocker offered another class, what would it be?
Probably crafts.
Not like another language?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like she does a lot of crafts in her class, so I feel like it would be crafts.
Give me your best Mr. Pullins impression. Very good. How many Mrs. Brawleys does it take to change a light bulb?
That's a hard question. I don't know if she can. I'm joking. Probably like one.
Okay.
Teacher Appreciation Week and the school year is almost over, so if you have a teacher that's very special to you, make sure you let them know that.
Speaking of which, we have a few students that like to thank some very special teachers.
Miss Bernhardt is so sweet. I've had her for children time all 4 years of high school. She always makes us feel special. She does so much for the student ambassadors, and I love her.
Miss Major was very helpful in math. I was glad to have her as a teacher.
Mr. Jackson has really helped me become a better jazz musician, and jazz is one of my favorite music types, and he's the first person to introduce me to it back in my second semester of freshman year. And he's helped grow my love for music over the last couple of years and make me better at my job in the band and give me something to look forward to in the morning.
The person I actually love as my teacher is Miss Bradley. She's always there. She's like my second mom. She always treat me like I'm her kid and a whole bunch of stuff.
I appreciate Miss Matthews because she makes school really fun and makes it worth actually going.
I'm thankful for Miss Pullitt because she's a really good coach and she helps push me to my best. And she's a really good team player, and she helps everyone out if they're down. She's just a really good coach overall. I appreciate Mr. Conway because he's really supportive in track, and he's a really good coach. He's super nice, and he helps all of us reach our goals and strive to be a better person.
Okay. So I really appreciate Miss K because she does her best to help us all individually and just help us strive to be the best we can, especially in like comp classes. So I love Miss K.
Shout out to Coach Shepard for taking care of the basketball team and taping us up when we need it.
The teacher I want to talk about is Mr. Leeds. I had him my sophomore year, and he was so nice and so excited to teach every single day, even though I slept in that class probably 90% of the time. But I've had him for Trojan time since I was a freshman, and every single day I see him, he brightens my day, and I wanted just to give a little shout out to him.
Miss Long is a great teacher for anybody who's had her classes. She's a great FFA advisor, and I wish she would stay.
I really appreciate Miss Riker. I feel like she had a really positive influence on me and kept me working even when I didn't have the drive to do it.
I appreciate Miss Bixler as a teacher because she always makes my day. Anytime I see her whenever I walk into second hour, she always has a smile on her face and makes me in a better mood. And I appreciate seeing her grow as a teacher.
I want to shout out Coach Wire. He's been a really good mentor for me. I've been through a lot, and he knows that, and he's helped me through about everything I've been through. And I just want to appreciate. I want to show appreciation for him. I want to tell everybody that like he's a good man. I strive to be like him one day.
Sims, because he helps you achieve things that you would be too scared to do otherwise.
I like Miss Franklin because she yells at Jackson Buckley, she helps me with my work, and she's very nice.
I like Mr. McMahon because he's always been an inspiration to me, and he's always helped me through everything I needed.
I like Mr. Savasi because he's nice, he's fun.
I would like to thank Mr. Neal for, teaching me how to use a saw and work wood, and congratulations on retirement.
I may be a little bit biased, but Miss Griffin is my favorite teacher. She would do anything for any of her students and is very kind, and I love her so much.
I really appreciate Miss Sylvie. She really helps us, influence us, and just is there every step of the way.
One of my favorite teachers is Coach Sadler. She's coached me since 7th grade. Me and her daughter are best friends, so I'm always around her. She's done so much for me, and I couldn't be more thankful for her.
Miss C was one of the first music teachers to actually help me pursue music and showed me my love for music, and she truly believed in me, and I would not be the music person I am today without her.
Miss Dagonia impacted my life because for the last 4 years I was very self-conscious and I was very shy to be around people, and she helped me come out of my shell.
Mr. Boyd's a good student council sponsor. He's funny. He cracks a lot of jokes, and he's the best student council sponsor I've ever had in my life.
Huddleston's really easy to get along with. I've known him for 3 years, and he's always funny. It's never boring around him. I know if I have a bad day, I can just walk up to him and vent, and he'll just listen and be like, "Get over yourself, Cassidy. You're better than that." All right, go.
Miss Hill is my absolute favorite teacher because she's a strong-willed person. She has a powerful voice. She knows how to get things done. And all around a funny, great person.
Mr. Yerk has done a lot for me. I've been in 2 of his classes, his business class and also his Photoshop class, and I really love those classes. He's awesome, and I really can't wait to see him again next year.
The teacher that really stands out to me is Mr. Hector because I kind of grew up with him. He was not like a babysitter, but I got babysitted with his daughters, so I'd just see him every day, and he'd always be really nice to me. So like I said, I've known him for a while, and just seeing him at high school, it's kind of like come full circle, and I've always just been good buddies with him. He's always got a smile on his face, so yeah.
Okay, I had Miss Smith for FCCLA this year. She was a leader, and she was very willing to help, very nice. She's always been really nice. She's really understanding. If I had to miss for softball, she was always
helpful, and she just loves what she did. She's always super sweet, and I'm gonna miss her.
Miss Fulton's pretty helpful, and she keeps our class entertaining.
I hate Mr. DeMint, and I think he's the worst person ever. And I would like to thank him for giving me a chance in theater. I love theater, and he was the one that kind of recognized, hey, maybe she could do something. And I'm very appreciative of that. Very appreciative for the coaching that he's given me. He's just a great guy. Love that fellow.
That's all we have today. Thanks for tuning in to this special episode of PTTV.